Kirby and the Forgotten Land. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the mouthful modes of Kirby. Suddenly they're so generous with stars. I know. It took us a long time to get here. We're scraping by 1 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 2 5-stars in a row. They got nothing on us. Okay, so let's talk these mouthful modes. Let's go left to right. Let's go left to right. Ring, the Elden Ring Kirby, Elden Ring Kirby. You know, everyone rings. Kirby's got his own ring. He became the Elden Ring. He blows on stuff. He waddles around. It's good. It's a good one. It's a good one. You know, subject to change. Wow, Yoon says at least A. You know what? He does hop in. He does hop in a boat. He does hop in a boat. All right. I can accept that. He hops in a boat, and he moves the boat by pushing. Light Bulb, on the other hand, you know, he illuminates the dark, but like, sure, he's gonna charge a little solar panel, but like, you know, it's cool. It's cool, but like, C. Firm C. Complete sign, boat, and attack. I feel like complete sign is a garbage is a garbage one. Helpful in a pinch, but limited. Yeah. Limited in scenarios on C. The heavy locker, that's a D. Fishing rod, I think. Using a fishing rod, cat. The heavy lockers, you know, you just wiggle around to open a thing. Not really much going on here. Is this better for you guys? Probably. Poyo, absolutely. Somehow I took a break from Animal Crossing. It happens, cat. I was happy to take a break from Animal Crossing to play Kirby. Okay, if you'll be around for a few, send me a dodo code and I will bring. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right, so then the car. Car is A tier. Car is straight A tier. Oops. Got my water bottle. Car is straight A tier. Or I meant S tier. My bad. Straight S tier. Car is so good. Car is everything. This is essentially almost the ultimate. It's not car, it's Scarby. Carby. It's mouthful mode car, okay? We want to be technical. My B-day is on next Tuesday. Whoa! Happy early birthday, cat. Nice. Carby. Movement hits hard if the game lets you. Yeah. You can kill things in basically one hit. It's very good. You use it to like speed run some areas. It just feels good. Yeah. Car is the best. Car is S tier. I'll be honest. I'll let you guys know how I operate. I fully believe in the bell curve. I fully believe in the bell curve. I feel like if you're not bell curving correctly, you're lying to yourself. However, when there is a lot of one type of thing, and if you're looking at a microcosm or like focusing in on a set, you can have non-bell curve items. I think just to prepare you, we probably will have closer to a bell curve on this distribution. Just FYI. Mine is less than a month, so start shopping now. Kirby is supreme. Kirby is supreme. Okay. Cone Kirby. Cone Kirby is interesting because, first of all, in that form, if in that form, he looks like a replacement for the VLC logo. That's already S tier. That's already S tier. On top of that, he has an attack that you can use to extend your jump. Not super necessary, but kind of cool if you can abuse it, right? I definitely abused it when we played. Jumping, and then right before you leave the apex of your jump, pressing the B button, and then you get another like little extra jump. Pretty cool. He does not walk slower. Cone Kirby does not walk slower. He's at full maximum Kirby movement. I think. Actually, it's probably a little slower. On top of that, he breaks stuff. You know, break the pipe, get shot up. Break those weird turtle things. You know? I say this is the closest you get to being an S tier without being an S tier. Cone Kirby is like I don't have anything to knock. Oh, I can knock on my own hand. Hold on. Knocking on the S tier. Yeah, gets us places we can't any other way, and he's got some cool fun ability. The bone of my hand hurts from doing that. Okay. This thing sucks. This thing's in D tier. The dome sucks. You just kind of wiggle it around, and there's something inside. Like it is worse than the lockers sometimes, because sometimes the lockers really like reveals a whole other path. The dome, you get one little item. Yeah, dome sucks. Yeah, absolute D tier. I haven't seen the dome. It's nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. Okay, and then the arch. Now the arch, I got some problems with the arch, you know? I've expressed my problems with the arch. It's just a giant hunk of metal. You would not be gliding. That would fall straight down. All right, already questioning the arch. But kind of fun sections. You're gliding through these big areas. You're spinning around. But those sections of the games aren't especially that fun. I mean, they're okay. I'd much rather be walking around as Kirby in like a level. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's not useless, but it's kind of like the light bulb in that it's very specific sections that you need to be in. C is correct. Not you suddenly caring about science. Okay, Yoon. Suddenly? What do you mean suddenly? Okay, didn't I like argue with someone in chat about the time dilation of Kirby and that like slow down time power? Anyways, all right. B or C? It's definitely a C. Pipe. Pats you on the back. Swats little pig's hand. Okay, with the fly swatter. Let's see. Okay, so pipe, mouthful mode pipe. I don't know what you call this. The pipe. Pipe, obviously limited in use, limited in sections, but pipe is fun, right? Like, for some of those sections, you gotta like jump at the right time. There's that treasure road. There's that treasure road section where you just gotta know those jumps. It's fun to crash into stuff at the end. But it is its own sections. It does look hilarious. Kirby also changes shape once he hits a wall. Glider is more fun. Honestly, I see them as equal. I see them as equal to their sections. Except for the fact that Glider doesn't have a treasure road that's good. And Pipe does. Also Pipe's treasure road is very infuriating. I see low B, very high A. Low B, very high A. I'm sorry, low B, very high C, not A. What are letters? What are letters? Why can't I letter? For now, we'll put it in the high C. The high C's. Roller Coaster, I think, is a straight B. We don't get to use Roller Coaster very often. But it is the best of the sections that we're talking about right now. It is the best possible version of the Pipe and the Arch section, right? We don't get to do it basically at all. It happens so few times, but it's just great. The roller coaster is just so fun and unique. So we only get to use it a couple times, but it's very good. RC is B, speed, fun, everything. Oh, roller coaster. Gotcha. RC. All right, Scissor Lift. Scissor Lift is kind of weird, right? Because we definitely use it more than everything in like B and C, but it's not especially super fun. It's usually just kind of to get up to a little area. Like, it's limited in use. It's limited in the creativity of puzzles that it's used for. It's like, oh, there are bad guys, make sure you're not extended when the bad guys are there. You know, it's kind of just there. I mean, it's okay, but you know. So I think it's gonna go low C. It's not absolutely useless like D, but I think it's the best like Roller Coaster is the best possible version of Pipe and Arch. Scissor Lift is the best possible version of the Dome and the lockers. Dandy's like, give it a D. It could be a D. How are you? I'm doing okay, Kat. I'm doing okay. All right, so stairs. Stairs is very funny because stairs are big, right? The stairs are very big. And you can attack with the stairs. And you can walk up the stairs once you've placed it. But climb, puzzle, attack. But it's missing. I feel like the stairs are kind of missing a kind of like magic to it. You know? I think it is a little clunky. The stairs to me are missing a little magic. They're funny. They're big. These are all positives. But, you know, I don't know. Oh, looks like a dinosaur, says you. Hi, Void. It's missing some fear. Stairs are B. Yeah, I think stairs are a B. Stairs are a B. Stairs are, for me, stairs are a B. It just doesn't have enough. It's good. It is good, but I think when you look at what's in A, you got the ring, you got the VLC player. Those are great. And I don't get the same feeling using the stairs as I do those ones. We'll leave to Optimus Prime for the last one. All right. Vending machine mouth. Vending machine mouth is so good, right? You suck up a vending machine, you shoot out sodas, you waddle around. When he jumps, his little arms and legs flail around, right? Like, this is good gaming. This is good gaming. You can destroy metal boxes. You know, I guess you can destroy metal boxes with some of these other things. But But yeah, and it's actually fun that if you shoot a soda can and it lands on the floor, you can actually pick it back up. And you have a limited amount of soda cans that you can shoot. This is a good mouthful mode. This is good. This is good. Danny says, ugh, what was the word that comes from fire? Or what was the one that comes from fire? You can shoot it in the sky to help signal. Like a flare. Yeah. Little Pink is right. It's a flare. A flare you shoot out. Okay. Water balloon Kirby. Water balloon Kirby. Water balloon Kirby sucks up water from a pipe. He fills his entire body. He becomes a big squishy. He becomes a big squishy boy. You see the bubbles in him. You see the water level. He becomes different sizes. You can become bloated Kirby, which is just like Kirby, but a little bit bigger. Shooting water. You can kill enemies. You can break stuff. You can clean up, like, filth. Right? He jumps all funny. Kirby water balloon is... I think an S tier. Kirby water balloon's got to be an S tier. Kirby water balloon's got to be an S tier. He's got to be. He's too good. If it were just looks alone, I'd give him an S. Exactly. Of course, he's an S tier. He's great. Water balloon. I mean, just look at that picture of him right there. How do you deny that? How do you deny that? He looks great. Okay. We haven't done abilities yet.
Duh.
Okay. All right, Little Pink. All right. We haven't done the abilities yet. I started off with mouthful mode, because there's fewer of them. Okay, and then Optimus Prime, like, you know, it's a one-time use. It's basically like a super car. It's not really the right word. How come I can't put it back? I can't put it back. I mean, it's funny, but like, you know, it's an upgraded car, but you only use it once. You only use it once. The very end. I definitely like chuckled to myself as I called it Optimus Prime, and we used it to smash the final boss's face in, but like, oh, you think it's an S tier, Yin? At max, lower tier A. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's just a reskinned car, essentially. The best I can do is give it a B. All right, here it is. We mostly kind of have a bell curve here, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with our bell curve. This is good. This is good. I expect the bell curve to be maintained for the ability Tiermaker. All right, here we go. Copy and paste. Ah, our eyes. Where's presenter mode? Presentation mode. Here we go. All right. Let me get rid of this other window. Don't manifest bell curve. I think you have to. I think bell curve forces people to be more true to reality. Anyways, how are we tiering this? 50-50. 50% looks, 50% utilization in game. Is the first driller hat B themed? It is not, Dandy. It is just like a pure drill. Pure drill. And because of that, I think it might be better than the pencil one, because I think the pencil one is so dumb. Minus points because it's not bee themed, absolutely. You know, thinking about. All right, well, you know what? Let's set some like let's set the tone. Let us set the tone. Let us set the tone for where we expect things to be, right? Let us set the tone. We know Dragon is S tier. Dragon is S tier because it is S tier. You know what I mean? Like there's no denying that Dragon is absolutely probably the most powerful thing. And he looks pretty cool. You know, Dragon is just pure S tier. Drills are B at best. Aren't particularly cute either. Yeah, drills. I'm not a fan of the drills. Yeah, the Frosty hat is definitely good. We're not going out of order. I am just setting the tone. I'm going to choose a couple to set the tone, and then we'll go in order. But Space Ranger, yeah, we'll get to Space. I'm just setting the tone. I need one S and maybe like a C. I need a C. I think a C. Oh, spoilers. I have definitely not gotten that yet. An easy C is like easy C. An easy C is like Cutter. Cutter is like a C. Cutter is a C. Cutter is a C, right? Combine both strengths and looks. No, yeah. So like 50% of what what the criteria we are basing these on is looks and ability in game. And your combined score of that is what places them on the S through F. I think Cutter is not that great. It sucks so bad in game. It sucks so bad in game. And Kirby looks okay. He looks okay. But he sucks, but it sucks, right? It's definitely more useful than some of these. I would prefer to use Cutter than some of these other abilities. So I think it's a good C. Maybe even a high tier D, you know? But at least now we got a couple of bumpers to place some of these items, right? All right, so back to the drill. Drill is more useful than a Cutter, but like not better looking than a Cutter. You know, drill is like whatever, right? And this kind of goes for, I mean, the ability of the drill kind of goes for all of the drills. There's not really much that separates the different drills. There's nothing much that separates the drills. Like the difference between the original drill and the pencil drill is that the pencil drill will like shoot a thing out once you come out of the ground. And the ultimate drill is like you can shoot a thing out if you don't go under the floor. Like it's the drills kind of suck. Drills kind of suck, but the drill ability is kind of nice to get under enemies if you don't want to deal with them. A negative thing about the drills is if there's like poison on the floor, like the stuff that you wash away with a water balloon Kirby, you still take damage, which doesn't make any sense. So I think the family of drills kind of belong in D. They kind of belong in D, but I'll let you guys choose one if you want to move one up to C. You can only choose one, though. You can only choose one. Which one do you want in C? If you want any in C. I think last tier drill is pretty. Yeah, he's definitely got 2 drills on him, but pencil. I mean, the pencil sharpener is like a good idea, but it kind of comes out of nowhere. It does, to me, it doesn't super thematically make sense, this evolution of drills. Like, you start with a drill hat, then it becomes a pencil, and then it's 2 drills. You know? Doesn't super make, these are out of order. Doesn't super make sense to me. Whereas, like, I think all of these other ones have like a very interesting progression. Whereas, why are some of these out of order? Whereas some of these do not. Oh. Nah, none of them make sense. Honestly, I'm happy to keep them all in D. We can move this one to C. Why not? All right. All right. All right. Wait, do I? No. First one. Okay. So, all right. Next one. The tornado one. Tornado one. You move faster. You can travel in the air. You can pick up I think you can pick up enemies, right? This is the one where you pick up enemies and blocks and stuff. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Kirby doesn't look great in it though, but I think we're at least knocking on the B door, right? It's definitely very hard to use. Yes, Yoon. All of the tornadoes are very annoying to use. Strength is weak. Sure. I think what we'll do is we'll put this one, the ultimate form of the tornado, leaves a trail of like lightning clouds where if enemies touch it, they get hurt. So I'm gonna do the ultimate form of the tornado in B, and then we're chucking these in C. We're chucking the rest of them in C. Yeah, because it's a storm tornado, leaving a line of storm clouds and lightning is definitely a little it's a nice little thing on top of the kind of insanity of it. But it's definitely better than the drills. Okay. I'm gonna put this back here. All right. So now we have the spiky ball thing. I feel like the spike ball kind of got like less use as the game went on, which is kind of like, if you think about it, like it was kind of present in the early levels, but its usage kind of falls off. And I think it's because it's kind of very similar to the tornado one. Like the tornado one, you press the button, tornado, pick up enemies and blocks and stuff, and that's kind of its usage. You kind of go with set distance. Spike ball, kind of the same thing. You become a spike ball and you can pick up enemies and blocks and stuff. So I think because of its aerial prowess for the tornado, the spike ball is not used as much. It cancels strong wind, but I don't think they ever put like a porcupine in the wind areas. I never used it for that. Good early game, but kind of bad end game. Yeah, I don't think it competes with the, I don't think it's really there. I think, to be fair to the spike balls, I think we're gonna put them here. But I guess I guess this is the best. The one with the gems or whatever is very pretty. It is very pretty, but I don't know if its prettiness lets it escape the C tier. Because yeah, we basically don't really use those towards the end, and it's very similar to the tornadoes. Okay. Crystal Needle. Yeah, that's what it's called. Crystal Needle. Very pretty. Or fairly pretty. I wonder if I should put it up in B with that tornado. Tornado doesn't necessarily look great, but it's got some usage, whereas the usage is medium here, but it looks pretty good. All right, based on its looks, we're bumping it. Based on its looks, we're bumping it. All right, here we go. Hammer. Classic hammer, toy hammer, caveman hammer. Let's start with toy hammer. Toy hammer looks great. Toy hammer looks great. He's got a little blue helmet. It's a toy hammer. It squeaks. Toy hammer is good. That's tiered. Toy hammer. I think what we can do is we can definitely put them all at least in B. Oh. And then I think what we do is we move these two up. And hammer is a great line. I'll give him an A. Toy hammer is an A, at least a low one because of the damage. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this is where these stop. I don't know if I can in good conscience bump their damage or S. It's weird though, right? Because like when I use hammer, I just use this one, right? Because you got the flame tornadoes coming out of him. Okay, Caveman Kirby is ugly. Yeah. That's why he's stuck at B. He's good because it's a hammer, but he's stuck at B. He's locked. I'm fluid on the toy hammer and the double hammer. Double hammer's cool, right? Because you hit the ground, flame tornadoes come out. So he's got like a coolness ability factor on him. Whereas toy hammer is cool because Kirby looks great. And I know that once you like upgrade or whatever, the toy hammer becomes amazing, but I don't know if he's really S tier for me. I don't know if any of them are S tier, those two. Toy hammer does the most damage in a short time. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep him there for now. He's definitely very cute. He's definitely way cuter than double hammer boy over there. But I think I'm gonna keep him there for now. Okay. Fire is not great. Yeah, double is a step up though. Yeah. I know what Yoon's talking about though, because once you level up toy hammer, it can do more damage than the double hammer, but at their non-gem infused, power-ups, the double hammer definitely it feels cooler. It feels like a step up. God, I'm just imagining that claw squeezing Kirby like a little squeak toy. All right. So back to the fire. Fire is cool, but like, it doesn't have the range of S tier, which definitely hurts it, but it still allows for quite a bit of like consistent damage. And I think the lava fire is like awful. I don't like the lava fire. I kind of hate the lava fire. Yeah, dot is still OP, exactly. That's why I like the regular fire, but the this one is annoying. Because they're like chunks that you gotta land versus consistent flame. So I think we're looking at. I'll put you here for now, but you might move. think we're looking at fire is pretty good. The dots are OP. I mean, like this is a classic Kirby look, right? Kirby with the flame tiara is like classic Kirby. He looks great. And he's got, I think we move regular fire up to A. And because how effective the lava Kirby can be, maybe he stays in B, but I do actually hate his look. It looks like he's got like a little emo hair, especially in game because it's like a 3D element where you turn Kirby and you can like see it. So I think he might get to stay in B because of his weird emo volcano hair, but I would love to kick him down to C. Like if I kicked him down to C, I would be gratified. But Lava Kirby's animation is still nice though. I gotta go. Bye, Cat. Have a good day, Cat. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. All right, yeah. So I think for now, Lava Kirby can stay in B, but at any moment, security could escort him out because his membership card expired. You know what I mean? Like it's close. It's close. All right. All right. We got Bomb Kirby's. Now, Bomb Kirby at the beginning of the game, especially before we got the fire, was OP as hell, right? You just stand next to someone and chuck bombs one after the other at them. But that's early game. That's early game. Early game, you're stepping up to the, you know, these interesting versions of the bomb. Now, it's hard to make the bomb interesting with extra bits. The linking is kind of nice, but can also like distract you in your ability, and the homing is like a cool gimmick, but how often are you really going to be using homing bombs? You have to like specifically not throw the bomb at your enemy, or if you do, it doesn't go far enough and it doesn't hit them, and then you kind of have to wait for, you know, it to like figure it out, but it's still a bomb. So these are still pretty good. But I also have to say the look becomes less cool as they go, right? Like Kirby in a little like party hat, great. Kirby in a party hat that's like weird techno infused, Kirby in a like a weird party hat with like a radio dish on it, I don't know about that. I also need to go. See you tomorrow. Bye, Dandy. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for being here. So I think what we're going to do is we might leave these guys here. And I wonder if regular Bomb Kirby... Oh, you know what? But his damage just isn't there. Regular bombs, the damage is kind of not there. I mean, it's kind of there, but it's not at the level of these other ones. But he's definitely got a cuteness factor with that little party hat. Bomb is B middle. But look at how cute he looks, Void. You know what I mean? In his little hat. Think about the cuteness. You know, the bombs might not be fully up to snuff to join the A tier, but his cuteness might just on the, when you combine the half and the half. When you combine the half and half, higher middle B. Void is adamant. Void is adamant. Does anyone have a comment? What are we thinking for regular Bomb Kirby? Yoon? Lil Pink? His damage is low, but he looks cute with his hat. Gotta account the cuteness. 50-50. Alright, it seems like... Move Stone Hammer to low. I didn't really want to do inner tier rankings. But okay, let's do inner tier rankings. If we're doing inner tier rankings, then I don't like that. Moving that there. We'll do cutter when we actually get to the rest of the cutters. Fleur Kirby? You mean this thing? Hell no. I hate it. It looks ugly. This is dumber. This is dumber. These two belong at the lowest part of C. Top are the very first ones. These kind of stay here. This kind of stays here. There. All right. I guess this is our ranked, fully ranked Tiermaker. I guess we inner ranked the tiers. I just hate the emo hair, and I honestly don't like the I think I hate the emo hair more. I don't like the designs on the hat. I'd take caveman Kirby look over these weird hats. All right, I'm leaving Bomb Kirby an A. He looks cute. All right, now the revelation that Kirby had a gun was huge for us. I was shocked. I was shocked they gave Kirby a gun. Of course, we interior. What kind of psychopath would you be not to interior tier? Right? So Kirby has a gun, but Kirby's got like a little miner hat. He's got one gun. It's good. But when we're talking about Kirby with a flamboyant hat, with a big like feather and dual pistols. Oh no, Dandy left. Bye, Dandy. Yeah, Dandy left. When we're talking about Kirby with a flamboyant hat with dual pistols, I mean, you know, that's what we're talking about. And then obviously Spaceman Kirby is an ass. No doubt. There's Kirby with a gun. Space Ranger Kirby is an S. We're not even arguing. He looks great. I think they stay in A. I think they stay in A. If anything, yeah, they stay in A. The two guns can stay in A. He's deaf after fire, Kirby. Yeah, in inner tier ranking, I think we take. I like that. I like the look of that more than. This is classic, but I love this. This can stay. This can be better than Hat Kirby or Party Hat Kirby. Party Hat Kirby is good. Party Hat Kirby's good. He could be here, but it's fine. All right. All right, the sleep ones. I hate this. Does this actually do anything? Does this heal you? Is that what that does? Yoon, can you remind me? I think it heals. Yeah. No, fuck. They literally put it as an obstacle. You know what I mean? They literally put him as an obstacle in the game. It's like, don't get it. Yeah, they use it as a trap. That's an F. That is the straight F. I think because it's essentially the same, the superior version of the sleep is only like slightly better. In previous games too? Yeah, exactly. Yun says no. Oh, you don't think it's slightly better? You don't think this is better than this one? Deep sleep is OP. Oh, I see what you're saying. You want it higher. I think it's still sleeping though. You're still giving up your ability to sleep. Sure, it gives you that double health bar, but like, you know, it's it's fine. I think I'd rather, would I rather have Cutter Kirby? It gives you drinks. Oh, maybe it's a drink. Oh, you know what? That would make sense, actually. All right, let's put him up here then. And he looks better than... I can give him up there. Can we still watch the trailer because I saw? Yeah. Boyd, we'll watch it. We'll watch it before you go to school. Okay. It's all good. You don't have to apologize for sleeping, Boyd. I was definitely like joking with you while you were sleeping though. He's invincible during sleep? I did not know that, Yoon. I only tested out the super sleep one in the blacksmith room. Yesterday, Void, right before I ended, I was like, oh, unless Void wants to see the trailer, Void, all you gotta do is speak up, and I knew you were sleeping. I was like, oh, looks like we're not gonna watch it. So yeah, we'll watch it today. Okay. So if he's invincible, Yoon, I can only get him up to a B. I can only get him up to a B. Oh boy, the truth is he didn't even know the name. That's true. That's true. I didn't even remember. I said, Void, you have to remind me what it is. So that's what actually happened. What the heck is going on with Animal Crossing? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's all I can do for sleeping thing. Like, these are just so much more fun to use. So sorry, sleeping Kirby. Crash Kirby, Bishop Hair, I'll give him a C tier. So yeah, so the initial Crash, he's good because he does a ton of damage. I don't actually specifically love his look in this game. I've liked Crash Kirby looks in other games, but it's also a single use item. So I think I'm gonna put him at the very end of C. I think he's better. I would be, well, no, he's at the end of D. He's at the end of D. End of D. Cause like, at least if you get one of these drills, you can keep using it. Whereas once you get the Crash, it's just Garbo. Isn't he glowing in past games? Yeah. You get like this glow aura around him, which I think is much cooler. And then the icon is super cool because like it's 2D, so you get like an icon. So I think I prefer glowy Kirby non-hat version better than Desperate for the Curve. I was just agreeing with Yoon. Oh my god. I was agreeing with Yoon. He said D, and I said, and I thought, you know what? I think he's correct. I was like, I think Yoon is correct. I didn't even notice the curve. Okay. Big Hat Kirby, he pauses time. The more enemies you kill, you pause time for longer, so it's definitely better than this. But then after you are done with it, it is over. Naturally occurring phenomenon occur in bell curves, but that which is created by man, not so much. Sure, that's fair. Yeah, this is a cool ability, but I think there aren't like super many opportunities to use him. He's kind of like Crash, where it's got to be like, the game's got to give you the chance to use it, because you can't really walk into a level with the Crash ability and be like cool. You can't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep this and I'll be fine throughout the entire level. So yeah, I mean, he looks pretty cool with the whatever it's called, the sand timer, whatever thing on it, on his top of his head. He he could almost kill bosses. But like, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so for this. What's his look like though? I think I like the drill look better. I think I like that look better and that look better. I'll put him above the stupid duck thing. Okay. All right, the double cutter. Double cutter is better than regular cutter. Better than drill? Is it better than drill though? I don't know. Chakram, I'll give it a middle B, says Void. The power level of all of these guys, I feel like is higher than this guy, which would mean his cuteness would have to be enough for him to be in B, in my opinion. And while a fun remix on a classic look, I don't know if he's that cute. I don't know if this is that cute. I don't know if he's that cute. I feel like this one's actually cuter. And now that we're in the cutter section, we can actually do this guy properly. It kind of looks like he's got a baseball cap on. This is like punk Kirby. He's got like a punk baseball hat on with spikes on it. All right, so then this guy, he's definitely more powerful than this guy, but not as powerful as these guys. And he's not as cute as some of these guys. So he's gonna be in C, and I think his hat, while fun remix again, is actually not necessarily better. I think he looks less cute than... I think he looks less cute than Tornado Kirby. Maybe a little bit more fun to use than Tornado Kirby. So they can be right next to each other. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. Weird hole punch Kirby, I hate. I hate weird hole punch blade Kirby, but it is like a cool blade, but I hate his look. I hate his look so much. It's not worse than that though. I hate his look so much. He gets to be in C, but he's at the very end of C. I hate it. All right, Link Kirby. Link Kirby is classic. Link Kirby is very classic. In this game, you can even see the wool that like makes up his little hat. This is like low B. This is like a low B. That's like a low B, because you can do quite a bit of damage with it. But I think it's a low B. It doesn't have the power of the dots, but he looks cuter. I think we're gonna... I mean, look at Kirby when he has this hat on. That's iconic, you know? That's iconic. I think we're gonna stick him in the middle here of B. I think he looks cuter than these guys, but maybe not as strong as these guys. And most of these guys are pretty cute too. So I think he's a middle B. All right. Huge sword Kirby. What a cool idea, right? Kirby's got a huge sword. The issue, man, can he really only swing that sword like once every second? And then they also gave him like his like little puffy jacket vest things, and the helmet, which kind of detracts from it. So I almost want to say that it's Wild Edge hat. Yeah. It's the enemy Wild Edge. Yeah. I almost want to say it could possibly drop to C, because it's not fun to use. I didn't enjoy using it. I'm glad that we quickly got the Meta Knight one. It's just not. Yoon says low B. I can accept a low B. I can accept a low B. All right, Meta Knight somewhere in the A's. Meta Knight is, the Meta Knight sword is very good. Meta Knight sword, very good. You got the beam that comes out or whatever when you hit when you're at full health, or when you have the double health bar. He's got his little mask, little wings. I wish there might have been a smidge more to this outfit. But I don't think it beats Toy Hammer. Meta Knight def after double hammer. Toy Hammer just superior. Yeah. I think the Toy Hammer just looks too good. While it's nice he's got his little mask on, it's not something we haven't seen before, right? Kirby with little Meta Knight mask, just go play Smash. He's got a little Meta Knight hat there. So yeah. And it's good. It's good. But that's an A. That is definitely an A. While the other swords are in the B. I have not seen or used this before, so I'm not ranking it. I'm guessing you get that at the very end of the Forgo Dreams entire area. So I'm not ranking that thing. It looks insane, but I'm not ranking it. Okay. Ice, we're dealing with another classic Kirby look. But its damage is almost more akin to the B tier here. But he looks great. But he looks great, and he twirls on ice, and he can skate on water. You know what I mean? The twirls are very cute. Yes, and he does twirl. Does his cute, I think his cuteness, because he does like 75% of the damage that like fire does. You know what I mean? Because fire's got the dots. Fire's got the dots. And Kirby, once they're frozen, they take a huge chunk of damage, but he doesn't do as much damage. But he is much cuter. He is much cuter than Fire Kirby. So I think we're gonna keep him here. I think, yeah, he does twirl and skate on top of Lava Void. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, Kirby with the pirate hat and dual pistols. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Kirby confirmed dual wields. So Kirby with a gun. Kirby with a gun is very cool. Sheriff Kirby. Well, you like... Oh, are you saying this is Sheriff Kirby? Or were you saying this is Sheriff Kirby? I don't know which... You think this one's Sheriff Kirby? Dual pistols. I mean, he's got his very flamboyant big hat with a feather, so... Love that. Alright, next up is Frosty... Oh, Big Hat Sheriff. Got you. That one's the Sheriff one? Alright. I mean, he looks great. Anyways. Next, Frosty Hat Kirby. This is the best one, right? This is the best version of this, right? But does Frosty Kirby shoot big projectiles and not just like frost breath? That is my big... Oh no, he builds snowmen. Yeah. He's here. He's in the A tier. He's definitely better than Sheriff Kirby. He's definitely cuter than Meta Knight Kirby. The Frosties are cute. Meta Knight Kirby is a little bit more useful in battle. But I think Frosty Kirby might, on at least in cuteness, he is on the same level as Toy Hammer Kirby. I think, if we really want to get technical here, I think Dragon Kirby and Space Ranger Kirby and Toy Hammer Kirby are pretty much on the same level playing field as on cuteness. But actual usability in game, Space Ranger and Fire Kirby like knock, in my opinion, the Toy Hammer out of the water, right? Like if I were to choose from those three, I'd choose Space Ranger or Fire, not Toy Hammer. When it comes to Meta Knight, it's just fun to use, not very strong. This one, it's a little frustrating to use, but very cute. So I think his cuteness gets him above Meta Knight Kirby. I think his cuteness pushes him above Meta Knight Kirby. But I think his inability to truly be great in battle makes me pause, because I think the double hammer is just more fun. It's more fun to double hammer. You hold the B down while you're in the air, you smash on the ground, create some fire tornadoes. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think that we have like a wall hammer here. We have a hammer of walls that is basically stopping anyone from getting into S tier. Ice can freeze enemies, but like, you gotta hit them for so long. You really do. You have to hit them for so long. I just feel better like jumping and spinning with those hammers and then sending out those little fire tornadoes. And if we're talking about the continuous or like status effects, you know, the dots on the fire is way better than the ice. Ice is just inferior to the fire, truly. But the ices are up here because they look cool. You know what doesn't look cool or cute? The final version of Kirby's ice thing. This is stupid. I hate this. It's just like a bigger crown on the classic ice Kirby. And I think because he looks so dumb, he belongs here in like maybe the upper echelons of B. But I also hate how he shoots giant chunks of ice now instead of like a breath. I don't mind punishing the ice version of the ultimate ice version of Kirby for that. He just looks a little dumb. This is the version of Kirby that has the ice shield, or do all of them have ice shield? Is this the only version with ice shield, Yun, or do all of them have it? Because that will definitely affect its placement. All of them, I think? Okay, yeah, then he's got nothing special. He belongs there in B. And you know what? I think this is fair. I think if we look at this list, most of the Kirby abilities are better than bad, right? Like, most of the abilities are better than not. I think it's... I'm surprised that we didn't have more in, like, D. But I think it's because... I can't watch that content void. I gotta experience it in game. I'll not rank in Morpho Night. I'll get there when I finish Forgo Dreams. I think this is good. I think this is good. I'm happy with this list. I'm happy with this list. Does anyone... I know Yoon wants me to put Toy Hammer. Wait, you didn't finish it yet? I mean, I finished the game, but, like, that's technically end game content Forgo Dreams is technically endgame content. Yeah, 3 more levels, definitely. I got all of the lion souls in those first 2, so yeah, it truly is 3 more levels. It's a good podcast game. Just flip on a podcast and just run through it. Or 4, it might be 4. There might be an extra area or something. Because there's definitely a spot on Treasure Road that's like, complete more of the game. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think S tier, they're truly great. Space Ranger takes a little while for damage to truly be really there, because you gotta charge up that shot, but he just looks so adorable. And then the triple tier Fire Kirby is just kind of where it's at for melting everyone. Other than Toy Kirby being moved up to S, does anyone want to move a character? Does anyone want to move a character? All right, Void's happy with the placement. All right. Well, Pink, Yoon, other than Toy Hammer. I'm good. Okay. That was it. I'll cut this out or I'll be like, hey, Penguin, here you go. Toy Hammer.
Duh.
Space Kirby is where he belongs. Yeah, Space Ranger Kirby is Precious Incarnate.